My name is Elizabeth Aloni. I'm with Schneps Media. Schneps Media publishes over 70 newspapers, magazines, and websites throughout the New York metro area. We publish Gay City News as one of our publications, and we're thrilled to be able to bring you this Love is Everything webinar today. Please note that we'd love to hear from you in the chat. Use the chat function, the Q&A function. You can comment, you can ask questions. We'll really be thrilled to hear from you. So just because we can't see you and hear you doesn't mean we don't want to hear from you. So I want to get started by introducing our incredible panelists, and I'm going to ask each one of them to tell us a bit about themselves. First up, Bobby A. He's the president and CEO of Holy Fit. Welcome, Bobby. Can you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, well, I mean, my new personal slogan is brand new at 52, and it really is for me that 2 years ago, approximately, I identified myself as happily LGBTQ, my choice, after hearing a magnanimous political speaker leader in New York, where I'm from, and that kind of that Valentine's Day, Governor Cuomo really gave a heartfelt speech. And that's really, I'm new at this, but choosing a lifestyle, and it's beautiful. It really just feels great. It's creative, very cool, and just, what else you want.
Bobby is our ambassador of love today, for sure. So Carole is Bobby's mom.
Hi.
Hi to everyone. Share a little bit about yourself.
Well, here I am in Las Vegas with my two dogs. I, of course, accept my children, no matter what they do and how their thought pattern is. It doesn't matter. I love them. And whatever they want to be in their life, that's fine with me, as long as their heart is good. I love my children more than I could ever say. And that's all that matters to me.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Well, let's move to another child. Desmond, whose stage name is Desmond is Amazing, and that is true, is America's teen drag superstar. Desmond, say hello to everyone and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Desmond is Amazing, and I am 13 years old, almost 14 in June, and I'm an LGBTQ advocate and drag kid. And my goal in life is to help others be themselves and not worry about judgment.
That is a tall order, but one I think that you are certainly able to do, for sure. Next up is Wendy, who's Desmond's mom. Welcome, beautiful Wendy.
Hello.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, we live in New York City, but I've lived almost my entire life in Southern California, and I have 7 birds. 5 here, so you might hear them, and I apologize to everyone for that.
Now, what did you say? Desmond is Amazing calls you something special. What is that?
Oh, he calls me his dragager.
I love it. I love it. So you put a lot of time helping Desmond is Amazing launch their career, right?
I do. I think that he's propelled his own career, but someone has to take care of all of the emails and phone calls and appointments. So that's kind of what I do.
You keep it running. You keep it running.
And I also think besides that, the chemistry that's there with both.
I'm sorry, Bobby, your voice is cutting out.
What was that?
Your voice is cutting out, Bobby.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Or I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. No, I was going to also add to what does mom say. I mean, besides being a mom, there's nothing like having a mom as a protector and just everything and all things. But the chemistry is really unique. Seeing you guys, I think it really helped bring out his creativity. Obviously, he kind of are a duo now, and it's really awesome. I think so. It's great that he can bring the best out of somebody. It's really fantastic. It's the best thing I think anybody can do for anybody.
Absolutely. So I want to go around. I want to ask each one of you to answer this question as truthfully from your heart. And I'm going to start with Bobby. Bobby, what does kindness and love mean to you?
Really, honestly, everything. It really that's really what drives me. And it's hard to explain when you're so my late wife, and again, my mom early on just raised the bar. This is just with amazing women, and they just they really set the tone for me as far as just how great love can be, how vast and just nice and beautiful. And I need that spirit. I didn't think I could ever be open to possibly falling in love again and hopefully getting married at one point. And now to accumulation of all these years, all these tough years, really lightened up for the first time. Confusing, a lot of soul searching, but when you hear Governor Cuomo, and then leader after leader, of course, Desmond just rocks. So it's tremendous. The whole thing is just great. Everybody, I'm proud to be LGBTQ. And, it's kind of, that wasn't cool. I didn't even think I was an acronym when I was growing up, but that just wasn't cool, to say the least, at all. Not that I was trying to come out of the closet, just now it's like, it's really, the world's changing. I do think the essence of it is love doing all this.
That is the one thing that ties us all together, no matter who we are or who we love. Love really is what ties us all together. Carole, I'd love to jump to you. What does kindness and love mean to you as a mom, as a woman?
That's a wonderful question. What comes from your heart is love, no matter what form it takes. As a mother, as a friend, as a partner, love is everything. And that's all we have to, at the end, that's all we have is love. And as long as we remember that, everything else is just trappings of life. But all we have is our heart of love.
Born of love, like you, I need to interrupt. Born of love, and the beginning of the end of the middle. To me, that's what it's all about, because it was so big and vast early on, and just again, and not exaggerating. Mom really raised the bar. I mean, even my friends would be like, "Hey, your mom's an angel." Oh, that's nice. Yeah, they're like, no, she's really an angel. And like, it was that. I mean, it's really just it's special. And my wife, and Heaven, I can't say enough about it. And I just
I got to plug in here.
I know how grateful you are to have had a mom and have a mom who's been such pure love to you. And certainly that's a real blessing, blessing. Desmond is amazing. Can you share with us what kindness and love means to you?
Well, to me, kindness and love means loving others for, where did I go? Oh, there I am.
You're disappearing. It's really magical, actually. You could disappear, you reappear.
Yeah.
Dude, you're amazing. You do that.
Well,
the name is appropriate. The name is appropriate.
Can't get a better name for that. It's fantastic.
So what love means to me is being yourself and loving yourself for who you are, as long as it's not hurting anyone else emotionally or physically. And to me, kindness means respecting others for who they are. You have to support them, but as long as you believe that they deserve basic human rights and you respect them as a human being, then I love you.
How eloquent and beautiful, really, as they say, from the mouths of babes. And not that you're a babe, but sometimes youth provides just clear purity of truth. Yeah. So Wendy, I'd love to hear from you about what kindness and love means to you.
Kindness for me, I always go back to the golden rule. I mean, treat others how you'd want to be treated. And if you want people to be kind to you, you treat them with kindness and they will treat you with kindness back, hopefully. And for me, love is, it's something that comes from within you that you have to give to others. And you don't really, you really shouldn't expect to get anything in return, but it's nice when somebody loves you back. And so I think it's wonderful when there's families, because that love is unconditional between everybody. And it's really special. So that's pretty much what love is to me, love and kindness.
Wonderful. I'd love to hear both from Wendy and Carole as a mom supporting their child on their journey, whatever age that child may be. Can you share a little bit about that and how you've supported your child with love? I think everyone would love to hear that.
Well, Bob has had a very full life. He was married. His wife died a few years ago, and his heart is still broken. I know that. And
Skinny,
he's taken what, Bobby?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You're totally right. And then some, out of all the tough stuff, first, I'm still in shock, but geez, everybody is all the great spirits in life that are in my heart. And it's just, it's changing now. And LGBTQ, I really do feel at home with, so much so. And there's the love and
Yeah.
nobody. Now I'm rambling on. Your turn, Doreen.
Go ahead, Carole.
I just honestly don't understand issues that people would have. You love someone, it doesn't matter. Like you can only love people with blonde hair. You're saying that here too. You love, what does it matter what people's, how they show their love to others, as long as they love other people. And I think in the end, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And I've been through a lot of stuff in the last few months, and as long as you love until the end.
Look, some
And
difficulties make you
I
realize.
think people overthink this. Let's put it that way. I really think it's just overthought. In some ways, we're putting more pressure on ourselves, overthinking it. You just love someone, that's it. And I don't think there's a lot of, we're putting too much emphasis on the wrong things. Put the emphasis on the love. That's all.
I'm deep but a simple guy. There's so many subcategories. I just finally got familiar with the acronym, saying it properly. Yeah, but as far as that goes, yeah, love. I mean, yeah, like Desmond emphasized, as long as nobody's getting hurt or in any way, and love is love.
Love is love.
I think, yeah, that's really put in such a beautiful, simple term that, you know, when you have a child, really, it's just about letting them be who they are and giving them the space to be who they are and loving that exciting journey of them revealing who they are.
Mhm.
And Carole, as you said, you know, Bobby's been through so much because we're constantly evolving and becoming and changing. And really what we need is just the constant force of love.
Mhm.
Wendy, what about you and your journey with Desmond is Amazing?
You know, it's similar to what Carole said and what you said. Really, it's just allowing the child to discover for themselves what it is they like to do. No child is going to be the same. And one thing that's always bothered me is seeing other parents who just try to create a mini version of themselves, because those kids are not, they don't want to be you, they want to be who they are. And I also think that you shouldn't, you know, you see parents get caught up a lot in making sure that their children do a certain activity, like their children have to be on the football team or their child has to be a ballerina. And I don't agree with that either. I think, you know, just letting the kids, you know, the kids know what they want to do. So it's like Carole said, just, you know, leading with love and letting them explore and become the person that they will, really.
I just don't see the conflict people have, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
You love your child, that's it. It's
Yeah.
unconditional love, and it doesn't matter. That's all that matters. If you love your child, your children, that's it. That's the end of it. That's the end of the discussion,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. As
And
long
that
as they're good,
actually brings
as
up
long as they're
really-
good people, that's all
that
I care
brings
about.
up a
Be a
really
good
good
person.
point about how sometimes parents get caught up in creating a mini me as
Yeah.
opposed to supporting your child to become fully who they are. So Wendy, thank you for bringing that up, because I think that sometimes people
Yeah.
can get confused with that.
Yeah.
So Desmond is Amazing. You have to share with us, how did you get started?
Well, about my mom.
Wait, I think if you move closer, there you
All
go.
right. So without my mom, then let's say I wouldn't be here. So let's go back to when I was 2. And
Well, I think without mom, you wouldn't be here either.
yeah, but in general, but like if mom didn't like RuPaul.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So my mom's always loved RuPaul. And
Well, 80s RuPaul.
80s RuPaul. And when the first season of RuPaul's Drag Race came out, I was 2. And I can't remember much.
3-ish.
Yeah,
Somewhere. You were a toddler.
very small.
Very small. Yeah, a small human.
And so this is a story from my mom because I mean no one can remember what they were doing when they were 2. But so I was playing with my toys. And in the middle of the show, I looked up and I just gazed into the television screen. And then it was time for me to go to bed. But I was stubborn. I was a really stubborn baby. And I
Still are stubborn. I'm getting myself in trouble here.
Let me tell you, when they're babies, they're still the same when they're older.
Right, I
Go
think-
ahead. Go ahead. You were a stubborn baby.
and I was supposed to be going to bed, but stubborn old me stole my mom's heels that she wore to work. And I sashayed around the house with a blanket on my head. I was very fierce. I mean, I was really putting some competition on those girls with my blanket weave. Blanket weave. And yeah, that's how it started. And then what year did I first see my first drag show? 2014?
Yes, you went to see Jinx at the end of 2014.
Yeah, so that was the first time I actually professionally like dressed up in drag and went out. Besides me doing the Elsa look, which I mean,
Elsa was fierce.
yeah, but like that doesn't really count at the same time because she's just a character.
True.
So like the first time I went like myself.
It sounds like right away, even at such a little age of 2 years old, there was something coming through the television that you related to and you felt touched your spirit, you know, beyond just
Alright.
a television show.
My bad. For the person who said that the flag is making them feel nauseous. So December.
You have to get closer so you stop disappearing.
December 24th, not 20, December 2014 is the first time I went to a drag show in drag. And ever since then, I've been going to drag shows till the pandemic started. Yeah.
Nice.
But always kid friendly.
Yes, always.
Always kid friendly drag shows. Not
Yes.
not some of the, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's
what's great. As a mom, you were able to find age appropriate ways for Desmond to be who Desmond is. Now, Bobby and Desmond, how did the two of you get connected?
Well, this is really the first time officially connected because I just learned of him abstractly and surreally again the pandemic when I first heard Governor Cuomo, who means a lot to me, really does. Another great leader, and I consider Desmond super great leader. And when eventually I just came to know him, come more know the world of the LGBTQ community, which I am now part of. Which is, I made a logistic recently. I'm still in the moving process to Wilton Manors, which is a wonderful, popular gay area, and I don't know. I just it's a new me. It really is. I have some cute stories when I was younger, and then the tough stuff that I so want to think about. So going forward, to me, lighter and lighter spirit is everything, and happy and gay. It's just a more profound slogan to me than maybe others because it's really been,
Yeah.
I don't want to whine. I'm just happy to be here and see such a light like
Me
this.
too.
It really
Yeah,
is.
me too.
So, Bobby, you're creative. Desmond, you're creative. I mean, Wendy, Carole, how do you use your creativity to support your mission around love? I mean, Bobby, you obviously have a real mission to spread love and to to help people feel love. So how does your creativity, how do you use your creativity to do that?
But again, saying the new me is just kind of getting a big restart again, literally. That was just gonna move to Florida and then here, this part of town, and well, love drives me. It really does ultimately drive me. I mean, nobody's getting any younger here, and that scares the crap out of them. Excuse my language.
It's okay. I live in New York. I've heard it all.
Yeah. So anyway, I just I don't want to rush into anything, but certainly love is a driving force for me creatively. I don't know. I love creativity, and I've had entrepreneurial projects, clothing lines actually. Early on, I used to produce bodybuilding shows as an NBC New York NBC bodybuilding producer, and got into a great licensing situation, and it did very well. I kids again. That was my baby. That was my baby. That creativity. It was not even the money. It was a big number for my age at 20, and but it was something that I thought of that materialized into clothing line that was showcased at Macy's around the country. That was a wow factor for me. I'll never forget. I want to get back to there, and then some. Now focused on the more of an LGBTQ fitness focused fashion line, and I love writing. So much. I mean, my grandpa. I go on and on, but it's just my other grandpa was a musician, played on Broadway. The other one was big deal on TV. It's just how I grew up, and for me to be not anything but creative is tough. But it's always been all those personalities I just mentioned, all those great people, were just loving, fun spirits. I love that. And my friends loving, fun spirits. It means everything. It really does mean everything to me. And to find somebody so special, like my late wife, we both need each other. It's just so tremendous. So I mean, it really means a lot to me. I don't want just company. I have cats, and I'm looking forward to dating out here soon enough, and once I get settled in, and for the first time in this way, it would have to be something. If there's any logic at all, it would have to be something so different. It has to be somebody special in the future to marry, but as far as just my heart open to love or relationship again, it wouldn't be fair to Angela, my wife, and Evan, or certainly for the person, female, potentially in a relationship with, because I'd always be comparison. Angela was that tremendous, and I don't want to go on and on about that. I just, it's a lot. I mean, everything I'm saying, there's a lot of depth to, and it really means a lot for me to be light in spirit and happy and gay. It really is a big deal. For me.
So you've experienced wonderful love, maternal love, and romantic love, and realizing how powerful that is. So Desmond is amazing. What about, someone just said, maybe Angela was your muse, but Desmond is amazing. What about you? How do you use your creativity, and how do you see your creativity creating love and furthering love in the world?
As far as who's that question posed to?
Desmond.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Can you repeat the question again? Sorry.
Sure. So I was asking how your creativity and your stage presence and yourself helps support this mission of love.
Well, my biggest mission, as I said earlier, is to make sure that everyone is able to be themselves. And can I stop disappearing?
He's magical enemy.
Absolutely.
As I was saying, my main mission in life is to help others be themselves and help them, find their inner selves, and also teach other people how to respect the LGBTQ community along with other people. So that's my biggest mission, and I like using my popularity to get that message out. So I'm very grateful to have a big platform to get that message out too.
That's incredible. We have a question from one of the attendees who said, Desmond, what gave you the strength to be your true self at such a young age? This is difficult for people 5 times your age. How were you able to do it?
She just let me be me, and it made me feel loved, and I was just able to be myself without her judging me. So
It
I
really
pretty
goes
much
back to
think
the
it's-
theme. It's really about love, and you have
yeah.
love, support, and you could see it at your age, or Bobby, at your age, you're opening a new horizon. And
Totally.
again, at the core of that is your mother's love and your mother's support and your mother's acceptance of who you are.
And this loving angel, my mom, who really is, like I said, my friend, great parents, and my mom always said that back then, and that's really, and she became an unexpected hero in a way that I'm so glad that Brad, I care about this.
Isn't
And
it so funny? We look at heroes as these big characters on screen, but at the end of the day, really the heroes are the people in our lives. If you're lucky, it's your mom who supports and loves you. Those are the superheroes, right?
Yeah. I mean, she really became unexpected. Just tremendous. He moved mountains to protect her son, and boy, it's just some tough journey ever since. But I'm just so grateful that generally seems like just knowing of Desmond, his generation, he really more represents is obviously is his younger generation. I wish we had a leader like that. I wish I had a leader like that. Wasn't yearning to come out of the closet or anything. Just somebody this gracious, protective, which kind of I see a lot of me in him. That's what I always was. I never. I got a good heart. I always had a big heart, and when other kids picked on me, it didn't bother me at all. It would annoy them, but if I saw anybody else getting it, that's when I'd turn into Superman. But I just not that I'm up there at all. I really care about people. I really do.
I'm struck by, both obviously Desmond and Bobby. You've been so impacted by your mother's love and how powerful that is, but really how calm and quiet, not that Wendy that you're quiet or Carole that you're quiet, but there's a calmness to that energy of just support and love. It's not this like big, loud, fancy. It's really, Carole describing it, it's like, you just love.
Yeah.
That's you. It's that simplicity that's so beautiful too.
Yeah. And that I'm reading over ancient history and this whole everything just fascinates me anyway. When I'm creative and it was never like loving the same sex. It was just part of life back in that, and I think it probably never really changed, but this certainly changed in our culture in America and it's changing rapidly around the world. And that that is love somebody that loves winning. Love really is. It's not just the LGBTQ slogan. Love is rising, and the world's changing. It's changed my heart. Be creative again and be entrepreneurial again. Very much to give back to help to the world, be a positive asset to the world, especially my new world here in the LGBTQ community. I always want to be a positive asset, and I'm learning and growing and trying to understand things and still figure out this role, but still it's just lighter. Yeah, I can't express to you how much that means. It's been a lot of blessings that still outweigh the blessings of great friendships and like tremendous friendships. Rare. I mean, just they're like family. I mean, these guys and gals I grew up with, just so fantastic. My whole life, I've been blessed with knowing rarefied, great personalities and love and caring. Really entrenched. It's not a fair weather friends, not fair weather family or relatives. Fun, creative, amazing people, and so that's what I am, and that's what I've kind of known. The other part I'm just so happy that the new generation has seemed to have experience anything close to that, especially Desmond is a star, so I get to know him, and he's, you know, I'm just so glad he's happy. His happiness, healing's probably, you know, his happiness makes me in some way whole again, bridges me back to what I can never get back, and I'm so care about him on so many levels, and I'm just proud of him, and so that, I don't know.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Really putting love out into the world, and it just shows how much you get it back, you know, if you really focus on that. So Desmond is amazing. What is next for you? What is up next? What are you working on, or what do you hope to create, or what's your next?
Well, hopefully this pandemic,
So sorry about the birds.
we always do this whenever I call. So hopefully after the pandemic, I can go back to performing, and I also want to get my website done, which my mom
I'm
is
working on it. I'm working
and
on it.
my house is amazing, which I really hope to get done this year.
Yes.
And yeah, I guess
What have you been doing throughout the pandemic? How have you kept this part of yourself alive and connected, and what have you done?
well, this is just me. That's how I act. So I haven't really lost this like character, because it's not really a character. It's just me being me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
And
you have to create some more webinars so that you can
oh my God,
do
yeah.
performances, right? Safely, but
Yeah.
luckily
There you go.
Yeah.
we'll be back to much more normal soon. And how has the pandemic, you know, I wanted to ask all of you, how has the pandemic made you think differently about love? I mean, I realize, you know, how important people are, you know, and that connection, and seeing people and hugging people and having the freedom to just be around the energy of other people. What is this
Especially in New York. Right?
pandemic affected you at all? And what has it, is there anything you could share about that and love?
Well, like love for myself. Love for myself. Hasn't really gone down, but it's just been like really weird. Hasn't been the same. That bird is annoying. It just really hasn't been the same. And I mean, I'm only 13, so I can't say much about like love. So I just try to, you know, keep my vibes up and stay
Yeah,
positive.
you had the virtual school. You didn't like that.
Oh God. Don't get me started on that, please.
Yeah.
My grades literally went from like going really high to like
Really?
It was hard.
online school isn't school. It isn't. Let's just say it isn't. I haven't learned one thing from online school.
Oh, that's too bad.
Very big challenge for a lot of young people. You're right. There's always going to be, I think, an asterisk next to 2020, because it's everyone is going through it. So the whole world understands it. Bobby, what about you? Did the pandemic help you tap further into your feelings about love and your desire to share love? And
I'm not quite sure how to answer this. I think it's for everybody, but love thing has always been of my life. Young, or I just still shell shocked of the whole thing, but I know she wants me to be happy. We've had those conversations,
I'm changing rooms.
and I know
hopefully that dog doesn't find
Oh.
her.
either should definitely want us both to move on and be happy. And her directive was to be very, very picky. Neither one of us were thinking. I know how much of a great soul she is. I know, hoping I have her blessings. I know she's happy. I know how much.
You know what I would love, you know, as we kind of round this out, I would love
I'm sorry,
each one
but
of you to share a little bit about a tip on bringing love. And Desmond, you seem to be the type of person who is an expert at self-love, which so many adults need help with.
Yeah, good for you.
So I'd like, Desmond, perhaps, and you, Wendy, perhaps that you can, if you, pull it together, because I know that it's quite a circus.
We love the close-up of the dog nose.
What do you?
Actually, I thought that was Carol's ear, but okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's someone here, just had to get up.
So why don't we go around and have everyone give their tip for love? And, Wendy, you really are such a shining star of teaching your child self-love. Maybe you could start us off with a tip on self-love.
A tip. I think that I don't really know how to put this in words. I think when you just start to appreciate every little thing that you have, even like the sun in your window, the air outside, the people around you, everything that you have, it helps open your heart up for more love and for being more patient with people and more accepting, more tolerant, just because you're not in this constant state of like stress and hurry and worry. You just take it slow and enjoy just everything in your life and be happy.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the biggest tip that I think I have is just to let love come to you and give love out. That's just, it's just what love's about. I mean, yeah.
And you touched upon something so important, which is gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
That gratitude is really a place that is a great jumping off point for love.
Yeah. And you have to be calm and happy with yourself too before you can give love out.
Yeah, you're totally right. And I wasn't until fairly recently, the last couple of years, it just got a very happy space.
So Bobby, since you just jumped in, and then we'll jump back to you, Desmond. But Bobby, share with us how in a way that you share love and give love to the world. I mean, number one is putting together this webinar. Okay, that's a wonderful way to transmit love. But can you give us one more tip?
I'm not an expert on anything. I just all I know that's what is the essence of me, and I'm becoming whole again somehow. Totally different, but whole again with my heart and spirit, and it's just wonderful. And your question again, refresh me on the question. How do I?
I'm on mute. If you could share a tip on bringing love into your life and into the world.
I just think, you know what? I really appreciate the moment. I wanted to continue. Again, I fairly recently learned of Desmond, and then I wanted to. Well, how do I? In this pandemic, how do I eventually become part of the community? And it was very isolated. And then I learned of Gay City News. I go, I call them. He advertised the Impact Awards thing. That's why I called them. I go, I like the place in there. I think I was trying to probably do a clothing line thing or something. She goes, oh, by the way, since you're such a fan of Desmond, you can write him a tribute if you like. I go, yeah, I love writing too. And I wasn't Shakespeare. I mean, I'm capable of great writing. It was just from the heart, and again, this kid's amazing. Also, I see like, wow, what I wrote in a paper, and again, it's been quite a while. Any kind of success, and I'm success driven, but really love is what drives me.
That's wonderful. And what someone in the one of our attendees, Catherine, said, it's Bobby, it's your positivity and your optimism, and even in the words that you use, that really shine that love and beauty.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I just learned something about myself that I didn't know.
How do you like that? That's beautiful.
That's because it's my natural nature was always like just worlds of wonder, and it kind of abruptly stopped, to say the least, and I'll leave it at that. And somehow brand new at 52 is not just because
You found your way again. You're almost like a rebirth.
found my way, my heart's back to the world, just to be open to making things happen. I love making things. I used to love producing bodybuilding shows and all that stuff and whatever. I love entrepreneurial stuff, but I love and love is what drives me in. And it really does mean everything to me. I want to be, I don't want to let anybody down. I want to be very, the best I can be for me. And through Desmond, I learned to respect myself more and like myself kind of all over again, you know, so, and I'm in a healthier way, I think. And so it just tremendous. Everybody, all the leaders, the Cuban reflective of everything. Somehow there's always a shining star, and somehow, I don't know, he just tremendous.
I love it. Carole, what about you? I know for you, love is just so simple. It's just being. I would love for you to share just a little bit with our attendees about, you know, what your tip is for sharing love and bringing love into your life and others.
Well, I think someone used the word just now of gratitude for everything in your life, from the sun coming up to your friendships, to your family, the gratitude of having that, not things, but people and people who love you. It's been a rough year on this end, but I'm grateful for the times, the good times, and I'll have to understand the rest of it someday. So just, you know, love your family, love your friends, and be grateful for their love.
I can just punctuate that point more again, not to belabor the point of all of our mortality and stuff. My mom just lost her friend this morning, and my dad did too. I mean, we just never know. My wife never woke up, and it's just, you know, I mean, not to put aside any kind of anxiety, because I don't like that either. I want to give the radiate love, which is probably a better word, like you said, positivity. It doesn't come out. It can't come out of an empty space. I'm finding my way. The essence of me is love. Is just a positive, beautiful thing. So,
look, sometimes loss and pain can make us appreciate love all the more. And how wonderful to be young like Desmond and be able to feel that self-love and the love of the world without it being because of something of loss, but certainly that's how important that is. Desmond, what about you? Would you like to share something about bringing love into your life and love into the world?
Oh, well, you can definitely bring love into the world by accepting yourself and making new friends and just being kind and loving yourself. Just think positive about yourself. Don't like think, oh, I'm ugly, because you're not. No one is ugly. And I just think you need to have positivity and you need to believe in yourself.
Wonderful. Well, this has really been such a wonderful time this afternoon to spend with each of you and highlight how love is really everything. And whether you're a mother or somebody, or you have a mother, or you just have people to love. And if you don't think you do, you need to open your eyes, because love is all around you. Whether that is, as Wendy put it, a sunshine coming in your window, or it's a person or an animal, a bird, a dog, or just within you, which Desmond certainly is. As someone said here, one of the attendees said, your self-love is your superpower. And truly that is all within us, to be able to tap into and shine our love to everyone and welcome it back with open arms. Would anybody like to say anything before we say goodbye?
Yeah, I did want to say something. Right? But basically, besides everything's so fragile, but that's again another reason to be grateful. And the other thing too is because of what I'm letting go of a lot to go forward, but a lot of pain, a lot of possibilities. I've had experience before. this is my choice now. This is not drugs calling or whatever the situation. I don't want to get into anything negative. Whatever rough road I had, things that were not of the heterosexual nature was not my choice. And this is my choice now for and the LGBT community as a whole is just it seems to be very, very much of a loving, caring spirit, creative, and everything that I adore is just tremendous. And he
Bobby,
sees
you have a great life ahead of you now.
it's a great town. I like Wilton, man. I'll start dating soon. Getting a lot of compliments from guys.
Well, it's wonderful. It's all about the journey, and it's all about what's within us and what's before us. And I want to thank you all for being here. Carole from Las Vegas and Desmond and Wendy, thank you so much for being here and shining a light. And Bobby, couldn't do without you. You're such a light of love, and really this was your goal, was to spread that love is everything, and you have done that. So I want to thank you so much. I want to thank our attendees for joining us on this journey of love, and I hope that you all leave here feeling a little bit more self-love and love all around you. So please, everyone, stay safe and stay healthy and love.
Thank you all.
Cool. Wow. And feel.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.